What all peeps, and in this video I'll be talking about the top stable stocks that you can probably look to invest in. Do not, I'm not a financial advisor, so ensure that you do your own due diligence. Alright, however, with that said, the gauges that we'll be using to measure whether or not these stocks are fit to be stable stocks are: one, the Altman Z-score 5-step version; 2, PE ratio; 3, PB ratio; and might as well add it just to the relative valuation as well. And I know, like, you ask you, what is Altman Z-score? Basically, it's a type of calculation that is used to measure how well a company financial statements are, how well the financial position of a company is. Altman Z-score closer to 0 means the company essentially go bankrupt, and Altman Z-score heading closer towards 3 means you have a relatively solid company. Anything exceed 3, say But yeah, essentially the formula takes in account profitability, leverage, solvency, liquidity, and like some active ratios. So with that said, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to a friend, and let's begin. Stable stock number 1 is GraceKennedy Limited. Like, at this point, but like, you have to know say Grace, but anyways, so GraceKennedy is a conglomerate. Definition of a conglomerate: them have them on everything, long and short. Conglomerate that has a lot of companies or branches in the financial space, the food space, distribution, and even logistics, among other stuff. But essentially, but no Grace to like being like the distribution and manufacturing, sell to retail customers. They produce a wide range of products, from frozen goods, oat cereals, tin produce, el macrele and tomato sauce. And even to their subsidiaries, they have ties in insurance and investment banking, and even banking in general. They have remittance, Western Union, and like the whole 9 yard. Like, pretty much they can probably say any industry, and Grace either is in it directly or has a subsidiary that is in it. So yeah, they were Altman Z-score of 1.83, a P ratio of 10.52, a PB ratio of 1.04, and a relative valuation of roughly $99.32. I do want to point out though that the Altman Z-score, based on how Grace structured their financial statement, it was a bit difficult to calculate some of the stuff because they just have everything. So they have current assets and long-term assets in just one big block. So I had to kind of try to differentiate what was what. So it might be a bit more than 1.83. The second stable stock is Wisynco. So essentially, everybody's supposed to know Wisynco, but essentially Wisynco is a manufacturing and distribution company that like them kind of specialize in like food processing and like plastic packaging, in addition to like other consumer goods. So they distribute a wide range of products. So you have products such as soft drinks, purified water, juice, dairy products, and snacks food. And Wisynco flagship brands are water, Cran Water, them have Bigger as well, and them have Boom. To be honest though, Boom, enough time Boom keep me up at night for just study and everything. That's a shout out to that, even though I'm saying good. But yeah, it's only an exam time and so the news. Amen. So Wisynco literally has like one of the largest sales forces with like over 700 sales representatives across like the whole company. Like the customers typically include like schools, restaurants, retail outlets, and also Wisynco is one of the largest importers of like goods and services, but we'll go more into that. The company operates like 2 main locations. One in Lake Spain campus, which houses like the corporate office and the water manufacturing plant and distribution activities, while the one in White Marl campus manufactures all other beverages. Plus, post from Instagram the other day, Wisynco literally owns all the franchise chains in Jamaica for Domino's Pizza. So there is that. And Wisynco is a part of the Coca-Cola system, which like essentially helps them to like market and distribute like Coca-Cola products through the Caribbean with like over 142 different brands. So some of the countries that they actually distribute to are Antigua, Bahamas, Trinidad, Grenada, Dominica, St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent, Belize, Curacao, Grand Cayman, Aruba, St. Kitts, St. Martin, British Virgin Island, US Virgin Island, Bermuda, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, United States, Canada, Guyana, Panama, Suriname, and of course, Jamaica. So yeah. Fun fact is that like Wisynco was one of the biggest sponsors for Social House. If you notice, you normally see can water, this, that, everywhere. So there was also that. So as mentioned, Wisynco is one of the largest importers of grocery items and products and some there in the Caribbean. And basically what they do is then distribute it around the Caribbean in like smaller units. So yeah. Company has an Altman Z-score of 8.58. Remember, I'm saying your company that is a 3 is solid. So there is that. There's a P ratio of 14.29, a PB ratio of 3.28, and a relative valuation of $13.72. Say the third stable stock is PanJam Investment Trust. So essentially PanJam is a holding company that has investment in several sectors in and around Jamaica. They have investments in real estate, they have investments in the financial sector, they have investments in hospitals. So essentially they own and operate commercial complex buildings. So like shopping mall, hotel, corporate office buildings, even insurance buildings, they have investments or they have interest in. So essentially they make money three ways. They get money from rental income, they also get money from when they sell their assets or sell assets, and they also get money from like just literal dividend payments that are done through their investments. So use that. And one of its biggest, I guess, accolades is that they own 30% of Sagicor. So yeah, 30% of Sagicor Jamaica, which if media serve me correct, topped NTV to be like one of the biggest banks in Jamaica. So overall, PanJam is really just a big conglomerate as well that have their hand in several sectors, including but not limited to real estate, investment, banking, insurance, hospital, business processing, outsourcing as well, call center. And yeah, there's a lot of other stuff, isn't me? So it's just an introduction to the company. It has a Altman Z-score of 4.055. It has a PE ratio of 15.77. It has a PB ratio of 1.88. This kind of expected because it's like a predominantly real estate company. So say how real estate companies typically them use them assets generate money. So yeah. And then it has a relative valuation of 37.18. The fourth stable stock that is on the list is Seprod, and Seprod is no new company for us because I literally did a video on it a while back. But just refresh memory, Seprod group of companies has been around from 1940, which is exactly 83 years from now. And essentially it was seven different businesses that came together that normally individually produce soap, edible oil, margarine, and fat. And from those several companies, they merged to form soap edible oil products, which gave you Seprod. So there was where the name come from. Since then, Seprod has grown through the dairy industry by acquiring Surge Island Dairy Farm, into the snack industry by acquiring assets from Kraft Biscuit Company. In October 2018, Seprod also acquired Facey Commodities, and those brands under Facey Commodities are like Surge, Oreo, Brunswick, Kraft, Heinz, Eve, Sopogen, Post, Twinnies, Ovaltine, Butterkiss, Cadbury, Nabisco, Tang, Gaia, Chubby, and Buster. And its most recent acquisition, which was the AS Brands and Sons Holding, which is basically a Trinidad distributor, kind of help facilitate them to like push further in and through the Caribbean, basically. Say, and from last year, Seprod did say, "Oh, that company there would go on the stock market." Still await Seprod, still await. When I see that, but there hasn't been any stock invest in any IPOs really since the year started. When you think about it, so maybe not feel all the tides or whatever, but here's us. Essentially, Seprod business model is broken down into three main things. You have distribution, production, and export. And in those three sections are then further broken down into other three sections. But I'm not gonna like talk too much about Seprod because I literally did make a video, so you can go check that out. So Seprod has a Altman Z-score of 2.82. It has a P ratio of 12.04. It has a PB ratio of 1.75 and a relative valuation of $78.28. So there's that. Last on this list, but definitely by no means least, is Jamaica Broilers Group. You eat chicken? Because I eat chicken. So Jamaica Broilers Group produces a diversified set of food, but predominantly they're focused on the production and distribution of poultry. So essentially, it's not just chicken alone they do, but you know, it's predominantly one of the stuff that they do. The business really include poultry farming and processing, packaging of poultry product, animal feed product, and manufacturing and distribution of processed food. They sell chickens both dead and alive. So you have little baby chickens them, but you also have the big chicken them we eat. So yeah. And also fun fact, Jamaica Broilers Group also sell chicken to KFC. So yeah. Of course, you know, Jamaica Broilers Group has like, it's iconic. Like everybody know Best Just Chicken, everybody know High Pro Foods. So those are these two main brands, but you know, it's a good company in and out itself. I'm saying not financial advice. The company has an Altman Z-score of 1.01. It has a PE ratio of 8.8. It has a PB ratio of 1.66 and a relative valuation of $46.08. Just keep in mind, even you can even see from the Altman Z-score that they're probably one of the lowest out of the list. And remember, recently they exited Haiti, so most of that shock still there, affecting them in the background until they'll have to like fix it. So that if you're planning to invest in it, that can be one stuff you can actually look on. Flags are maybe for it or maybe not, or you know, they'll be fine though. They'll be fine. Cause you know stop eat chicken, but me not gonna stop eat chicken. So yeah, and I like two main like the whole other competitor is the other brand. We not call the other brand name. So and the other small farmers then. So there is that. Is me. So I'm saying just keep an eye out for that and you're fine. And that's really it for this video. Like me don't know, I'm actually I go through it fast. But yeah, I do want to leave with you guys though that just like caveat, stable stocks are normally stocks that are invested in by persons who have money and you know kind of try to preserve their wealth for the most part. It's also used as like a leverage against risk, or you know, persons that are not so risk averse or you know risk savvy, so they don't really want to take much risk, so them just invest mostly in stable stocks. And you can also use stable stocks as like a mean to like weather financial or you know like big storms that might come with the economy, because one, the company can either be so big that the shocks don't necessarily affect them to the extent where it have them go bankrupt, or the fact that they're so big and they've acquired so much small competitors that essentially they have enough cushion to like you know survive any economic blow. Especially in like the financial institution where they lend money, typically normally use main market stocks that are predominantly stable stocks. You see me? Because whenever they're lending loan, they're using your stocks as collateral to like kind of help to protect their investment. You see me? And normally stable stocks will outlive the lifetime of your loan, so that is why they use it. So that's showing but now but showing it. You see me? A little heads up, I did do the whole pledging process, and that video is coming sometime in August, give or take August, September, because I have a lot of videos on phone already. That can wait. It's just a concept coming to life. So yeah. And the reason why I use Altman D score is because I did a course called Credit Analysis and Lending, and that's also one of the scores that they actually use. They have 5 and they have 6. So the 6 one just had an additional layer to, like, stress test the company basically. And yeah, that's literally just the one difference between 5 and 6. So yeah, financial institutions actually use the Almond D score for, like, when they engage companies where they use as collateral to the loan. So that's it. Show you like, share, comment, subscribe to our friend. And with that, catch you next video. Love you guys as always. Peace.